up your mind, you'll figure out a way to have 10 recruits in a month. I was listening to Dobson on radio on Focus on the Family, and they had this pastor there who had written a book, not a pastor, but a man who had written a book, and he went to counseling. And he was talking about how he's with a counselor, and his daughter was having some problems, and he kept kind of whining and complaining. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? The counselor finally stopped and stop right there. You're an adult. Figure it out. Do your job. So how do you recruit 10 people 1 month? You're an adult. You'll figure it out. When you make up your mind that you want the outcome, you'll figure out how to get it. Just ask any 10-year-old child. When they make up their mind to do something, they do it. They get it. They figure out a way to do it. This is not calculus. This is not rocket science. 100% of the people in this room can make $1 million a year, and it's not because of you. It's not because you're talented or because you're educated or because none of that counts here. The system is everything. There's a man named Ray Kroc. Remember McDonald's? You ever saw the movie The Founder? Yeah. Someone asked him one time, what does it take to be a success? He said, none of the things you think. Because everyone thinks hard work and an education, don't get me started on student loans. College professors are sticking it to people left and right, these kids. Sticking it to the kids for a paycheck. Sad. Student loans went up $84 billion last year. Up to $1.4 trillion now. $84 billion a year going up. Sticking these kids with student loans. Why? Get a good education. You know what he said? Good education, having a degree, having experience, none of that makes you successful. It's being at the right place, at the right time, with the right system. You apply your efforts to this system. Bobby's a benefactor of the system. Randy and I are benefactors and our families of the system. Guess what you got a hold of now for $99? The system. And I'll share with you tomorrow morning the system that Citigroup paid Art Williams $1 billion to get. You paid $99 to get it. Citigroup had to pay $1 billion to get it. Did you know that? And what did they get for their money? People? No. Because 90% of the people that were there are no longer here. Brick and mortar, buildings? Nope, didn't get any of that. What did they get? I'm going to share with you tomorrow what that system is that they had to pay $1 billion to get from Art that he developed and we all copied. Now, big thing is this. Most of us have gone to grade school and high school and college and we thought we were being educated, we were being indoctrinated to a way of thinking. And that thinking was what? Mediocrity. Make a living, pay your bills, just get by. Don't want too much out of life. And you heard me tell the story, some of you folks have been around for a while. It's like this flea. You take this jar and you put a flea in it. And every time the flea jumps, it jumps out of the jar. So what does the guy do? He puts a lid on it. And every time the flea jumps, it jumps high. And all of a sudden it keeps hitting his head. After a while it hurts. So what does the flea do? It doesn't jump as high. So it's got to jump because that's what a flea does. So you can take the lid off, you have a trained flea. In your mind right now, you're already thinking how much money you need to be happy. Anything beyond that, you don't need it because you don't need that to be happy. But they keep changing the rules for you. And so most people go through their life, they have no financial goals, no personal goals like I did. I read that book and it said, you don't have a study problem, you have a goal problem. I'd never set a goal before in my entire life. I just showed up and thought, either you're smart or you're not, either you're talented or not, if you're skilled or not. You had no control on how your life was going to turn out because you were born into your life. And boy, was I wrong. Even to this day, trust me, even to this day, at my age, I write out my goals every day. You know why? It's my life. It's my life. It's your life. How many more lives you got? I mean, how's it been going so far without writing out your goals? I know some people don't have to write out their goals. Like John Addison said, oh, I don't write out goals. I tried that. See, he was on a salary. See, I was not on a salary. I had to have dreams, I have goals and aspirations, and like you were talking about, Randy, you had to motivate yourself every day to go out there and do the things you frankly don't want to do. Remember Carol saying, oh, you like to make phone calls. No, I don't. I make the phone calls because of what? It gets me what I want to have. I want that more than I care about what it takes to make the phone calls with. And so what are your dreams? What are your aspirations? You know, imagine playing basketball and you're running down the court and you go up for a shot and someone took the goal. You go, well, where's the goal? Someone's got to have a goal around here. No goal. Well, how do you play basketball? That's what they call the goal line. Not the goal line. Goal line. There's a goal. What's your goal line? And so what are the things you got to be thinking about on a daily basis because it's your life? And by the way, your spouses are waiting for you to do it. It's funny, they don't have to do it. Spouses don't want to do all this stuff. They're waiting for their husbands to do it. Isn't that interesting? Because what? You don't have a life? You don't have dreams and aspirations? Oh, I see what happens. You see, you go to high school, you go to college, and they tell you what your life should be like by people who are working a job as teachers that they don't really like what they do. About 70% of all the teachers don't want to be in teaching. The only reason they're there is because what? Paycheck. Oh, they love teaching. I know they loved it at first. But by the time you're in age 32 or 34, the enjoyment is long gone out of teaching. So what are some of the things you got to be thinking about? Number one, your financial goals. How much money do you want to make? And I'll talk tomorrow about how you've already got the cliches in your head that somebody else put in there. The programming is in there. Someone else programmed you. Money's not important to me, Bill. How much is enough? Make too much money, go to hell? See, I love that one. Make too much money and you go to hell. I said, oh, really? Can you tell me exactly how much that is? Because I'm going to make $1 less. Then you start asking him, how much? I said, 40,000, then you go to hell? Bam, come on. You can always tell when they don't know what they're talking. They go, come on. Especially I'm from Chicago. It's not come on, it's come on. Kind of ugly. Come on. Southside Chicago, kind of blue collar, ethnic, right? Is it 50,000? Come on. 70,000? Come on. 80,000? You're getting close. You find out everyone making more money and you're going to hell. But not you. Not you going to hell. See, you don't need that much more to be happy. Well, how much you need to be happy? I don't know, but I don't need much more than I need to be happy. We got our cliches in our heads. And what? It's our lid. It's our loser's lid. Right? And the government is good at this, by the way. The rich, the poor, the middle class. Well, what's the poor? You know, poor. Well, what poor? They don't even tell you what poor is. They get you all stimulated. They're gonna, the rich are hurting the poor. How? Bobby and I are rich, and you're rich, bro. How are we hurting the poor?
Not giving them out.
But see, the government politicians get rich, telling the people how bad the rich people are. How can a politician be a politician and be rich when he gets out? How can that be? You know why? Because he's telling people how bad the rich people are. So let's take from the rich and give to the poor. You realize you're hurting the poor when you give them something? Just take a look at society. How long have you been helping the poor? How are we doing? So first of all, what do you want your income to be? When you were born and you came out of your baby's womb, they used to, mother's womb, they used to slap you on the butt, right? I don't know if they do it anymore. But when you came out of that womb, there was not a tattoo on your butt. That's it, $50,000 a year person. Might have been a barcode, right? $50,000 a year person. But somewhere along the line, you thought, $50,000 is all I need to be happy. If I can make $50,000 a year. I remember my wife saying that if we could ever make $25,000 a year, we could be happy. We started making $25,000 and we weren't happy. Luckily, I wanted to make more than that. She thought, well, you're making 100 now. Back off, slow down. I said, I don't want to slow down. I'm not going to be happy. You say, well, how much is going to make you happy? If you're capable of making it, you should. I remember making the decision.